How's it going, guys? Antonio here, and I've also got Noah on BTS over there. That's Noah. Give me a wave, Noah. That's Noah. He's going to be filming for us, and today we've got the ZR and the Z50 1.2, as in Z50mm 1.2, not the camera. We're going to test out the ZR that I have here for photos, a little bit of video potentially, but mostly seeing if this works as like a secondary camera or even just a main camera, really. It's quite light, but I'm noticing it is a little top heavy with this lens. So we're gonna go test it out with Sam and Connor, and we'll see how we go. I'm noticing it is quite top heavy, holding just a gripless body here with a heavy 1.2 lens really does kind of hang forwards quite a lot. And the screen is nice and big. I do really like the screen. I wish the screen was like this on a lot of other cameras, but I just feel like it's not the most ergonomic thing. Taking photos, switching modes, using the dials, it's a little bit more difficult. The dials feel more recessed than they do on other cameras. The shutter button doesn't feel as responsive as a photo first camera. I do quite like how light the body is. I think this is great for like with a smaller lens, which we might test out later, but with a big lens, it's quite chunky and it's not the most ergonomic, to be honest. For video though, I think it is great because of that large screen, because of all the other fancy stuff you get. I've got 1/15 of a second shutter speed, f9, and ISO 100 on 50mm. It's actually pretty good having to have this big screen. I can do really quick and easy photo reviews to make sure they're what I like before continuing. That's a positive. All right, let me just get down a little lower. All right, whenever you guys are ready, spin around. That's great. Do a spin for me. Now there's flies on me as well. That's great. One more spin around. All right, you can relax now. All right, so final thoughts on this camera. I think it is, look, you have to take this from the perspective that I normally shoot a Z8 and a Z6 III, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 buttons on the back. Let's have a look at this so you guys can see. 16 buttons on the back of a Z8, whereas on a ZR, you've got 3 buttons just here. Now, you do have 3 buttons on the top and 1 button on the front, but that's like 7 or 8 buttons in total. You've got your photo video switch, your zoom rocker, and then your on and off button, and then you've got your 2 dials. That's it. So this camera is very similar to, I would say, one of the ZV Sony cameras in terms of its minimalistic amount of buttons, maybe even a Panasonic Lumix S9, or maybe even a A6700, if you discount that viewfinder that's on top of that. This camera doesn't feel comfortable to have for a very long time. You put any Z mount lens on this camera and they're big. This is a 20mm 1.8 and it's huge. It's very front heavy, very top heavy. I think if you have a big lens like I did when I took the photos earlier in this video, like the 50 1.2 or an 85 1.2, it just gets a little bit cumbersome, and because you don't have much real estate to hold on to, it does get quite uncomfortable. I would say for photos, you wouldn't really want to be doing any photos on this for more than maybe 30 minutes max, I would say, before I would get sick of it personally. That being said, it's not a photo camera. You do have to remember that I come from shooting these bigger cameras and I'm shooting in environments where I generally can't control the lighting. I can't control the timing necessarily. And I have to be able to quickly change settings. I have to be able to quickly get into the options in my camera, which I love on the Z8, the Z6 III, any of the more original photo cameras that you can get have so many buttons. Even Canon, Sony, they all have big buttons and lots of buttons for their more pro level cameras that are designed for fast paced environments. I don't think the photo side of this is really designed for fast paced environments. It's very minimalistic. Now, if this was a an extra camera that you brought along with you, I think it is perfect. That's exactly why I bought it. It's an extra camera. For me, it's a third camera on most wedding days, sometimes a fourth camera. But I think for content creation video stuff, which we will be talking about more in the next video that's coming out in a week or so, I think it would be honestly perfect for that. One thing I should mention as well is that you can customize pretty much every button on this camera to do the different features you want. For photos, I have this set up so that the 3 buttons on the back do what they're supposed to do. You can move around your focus, you can get to your menus, and you can do your playback. And then the top buttons, I have my focus mode set to the front so I can quickly change between like eye focus, pinpoint focus, and a wide area focus. 2 is my ISO, and then number 3 is my display, because sometimes I like to be able to minimize my display so that I can see a little bit more clearly, especially since there's no viewfinder on top of this camera. You just rely on that big screen, which, as you heard me say, I wish more cameras had, because I love having a big screen. I probably use the screen more than the viewfinder on my camera, except in like very intense backlit situations or when there's a lot of glare going on the back of the screen, which is maybe 25% of the time. So I'd say 75% of the time I'm a screen person, but that other 25%, it would be nice to have maybe like a little viewfinder. This is not what that camera is designed for. It's not for photos. So that kind of checks out as to why I didn't really enjoy taking photos on this as much as I did with the other cameras, which I am used to. Anyway, in the next video, we're gonna talk about this camera and how I really tried to push it to its limits with video, no controlled lighting, just faster paced environments to see if it could handle the quick changing environments that I needed it for. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. I'll see you there. Just a spoiler, I think that's where this camera really shines.